Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another Microsoft 2024 live stream. I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Sunday, my friends. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. I gotta be honest with you, chat. I might be regretting doing this flight. I feel like the YouTube Karens are out and about today, sending me all kinds of DMs, fucking leaving comments on videos. Oh my god, dude. What kind of fucking world do we live in, chat? What kind of world do we live in where you can't even do a simple flight and people get upset that you're doing a flight as the last flight for Spirit? What a world we live in, friends. What a world we live in, friends. Nadya, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Mr. Tom Dixon, good to see you. Midnight Maverick, welcome back. BTV, good to see you, my friend. Mr. Miles, good to see you, dude. Simon Weber, welcome back. Willie B, good to see you. Mr. Baldo, good to see you, my friend. Andy's in the house, welcome back. Mr. Barry's here. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're well. Mr. Greg Elwell, good to see you, sir. Welcome back. Happy Sunday, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Mr. Fred, good to see you, dude. Dante, good to see you. Welcome back. Virtual United Pilot, welcome. Array, good to see you. Jeff, good to see you. Scott, good to see you. Mr. Chiron, good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Blue Crayon, welcome back. Panoramic, good to see you. B. Rails, good to see you. Mr. Mopar, dude's here. Good to see you, Mr. Mopar. Welcome. Mr. Huskers, good to see you, dude. WestJet Virtual, welcome back. Gary P, good to see you. Danny Plays, welcome back. Cat McGee, good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Steven, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Welcome back. Louise, good to see you. Mr. I got Ian. Welcome. Owls, good to see you, my man. Welcome back. Owls, don't do a retirement or a bankruptcy flight for Spirit, because apparently it's distasteful. Not allowed to fly Spirit now that they've gone bankrupt. If you're a streamer and you fly Spirit Airlines, you are distasteful. No, you can't do it. You can't do it, Owls. No, sir. No, sir. You're going to get in trouble. I'm going to get the YouTube Karens after you. Billy B, 42 months. Thank you very much, my man. Appreciate you. Says, hey, Cap, it's a sad day. Godspeed, Spirit staff. 100%. Yep, 100%. That's why I have that pinned message in chat right now for anybody that's overly sensitive that I am doing a Spirit Airlines, the last flight that they've done. This is why I have a pinned message beneath chat down here. And I would like everybody to take a quick second to read that so that we all make sure we're on the same page here. In all seriousness, my heart goes out to everyone affected by the Spirit Airlines closure. I wish you all a quick return to the aviation careers. Nadya.
Offer ducks back, heart hands emoji, clinking glasses emoji, A330 driver already did one.
Huge no floaties to you, Nadya. Thank you very much for the $8 donation. We got Mr. V1 in the house as well, celebrating 18 months. Says, as a former Spirit captain, full send, make us proud. My heart breaks for those that have to turn the lights out. 100%, man. 100%. I mean, you have to, we briefly spoke about your situation, V1, after you posted the your little tribute yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before about Spirit. We had a quick little chat about that, and yeah, obviously, I think you saw the writing on the wall. I feel like a lot of people saw the writing on the wall, especially with Spirit and everything that they were kind of going under. Now, regardless of what happened, and it's obviously sad. You don't, we can make jokes and we can laugh and we can make memes and we can go down that road, but at the end of the day, you are 100% correct, sir. People are losing jobs. People are out of careers.
Martin, 7,942 donations.
So it is a sad situation, right? It is a sad situation at the end of the day. But at the same time, I honestly am flabbergasted at how many people have been reaching out to me or leaving comments on YouTube videos or sending me DMs on Discord about how distasteful this live stream is today, and I'm a little bit perplexed. I'm honestly, I always try and do the best in my streams, fly the best to my abilities, and not act like an idiot and do stupid things when flying my airplanes. So I'm a little bit lost for words of how many people have reached out and have said that you know, they're upset or they thought that I was better than this. I mean, for fuck's sakes, dude, we're doing the final flight for Spirit. It's not like I'm taking a Spirit up to cruise altitude and shoving the nose down and smashing it into the ground. Like, I don't understand, man. We live in a world right now that I truly don't understand half the time. I'm not quite sure how somebody could see a
Britain
last
is now
flight
looking for
and
another low-cost airline. But in all seriousness, this is a sad day for aviation.
It is.
American and United have set in place ways to give members of Spirit an opportunity.
Yes, I did see that. I did see that United and American Airlines have I believe, reached out to everybody that works at Spirit and have offered positions, or I don't know if they've offered positions, but I think they've said that they'll fast track applications that are coming in from Spirit and stuff like that. So that's great news. Great news to hear.
What do you think about CPT Canada doing a farewell stream for Spirit Airlines? And what do you think about the Karens on the internet who find issue with it? We reserve. Fucking Spirit Airlines, the only thing worse than a farewell to that legendary pile of trash would be a of 70-year-old Karens. CPT Canada's taking on the air travel beast, while those keyboard warriors just need a good puppet asshole to complain into. Let me eat their butt chocolates.
Cormit is probably the last person we need to get advice on about what's going on right now. That's probably the last person. Fucking Cormit, dude. Out of control. Thank you.
Jetstream Vlogs donated $9.99. Southwest took a Spirit captain who missed his retirement flight and gave him a retirement flight on a 737 MAX with the water salute. It was awesome. W Southwest.
That is awesome. Very cool news. Thank you, Mr. Dante. I missed some things here. We got V1s. We got Nadya with the $8 donation. Mr. Blue Crayon celebrating 69 months says, 69, love you, Cap. Gonna miss seeing the banana plane when I head to the airport. That's right. Especially for a lot of you Americans that fly. I mean, Spirit was literally everywhere, right? Literally everywhere. So thank you for the support, Mr. Blue Crayon. 69 months. Appreciate you, my man. Giggity. Mr. Daniel Martin, $20. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. I appreciate you, sir. Huge no floaties to you, man. And we had Mr. Dante coming in with a $10 donation as well. Thank you, Mr. Dante. Appreciate you, man. All right, chat. With all of that said, we don't need to bring down the vibe of the chat, because this is again, I can't stress this enough. This is all done in good faith. I didn't even want to do this flight. I was hesitant. Everybody wanted me to do this flight yesterday. They were all up in arms. Captain, how come you're not doing the Southwest or the Spirit retirement flight? Blah 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 blah. I didn't even want to do this flight. I'm doing this flight because I was asked 20, 30, 40, 50 times yesterday during my live stream why I'm not doing the final Spirit flight. So here we are today, friends. Everybody try and, you know, obviously, again, if you're in questioning about my thoughts of how it's why I pinned a nice little message in chat. Anybody that's joining chat, very easily be able to read that and see that. Obviously not a good day, but at the same point, I don't think that me doing this flight is causing any type of controversy. If you look at any flight sim streamer, they've probably in the last week or two probably done something very similar to this. So let's try and enjoy ourselves today. This is the last Spirit Airlines flight. Unfortunately, the call sign was taken. The actual call sign is Spirit Wings 1833. I'm not seeing anybody on the network. When I look at VATSIM radar, I'm not seeing anybody on the network as Spirit Wings 1833. So I don't know if they've, like, there's nobody online as Spirit Wings 1833. But if you try and log in as Spirit Wings 1833 in VATSIM, it says that the call sign is in use. So I'm wondering if somebody's just being a little bit of an extra tool today, and they're just either connected as observer mode and you can't see them. I loaded into the sim about an hour before stream started because I was like, I want to make sure to get the right call sign. I want to be able to do this as best as I can. There's nobody logged in as Spirit Wings 1833, so I have no clue why it's not letting me select that call sign today, but I'll leave it up for your imagination. I'm assuming probably somebody's sitting in the background just trying to be, again, a full Karen, but that's okay. Let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy program ready to rock and roll. We have the best first officer here in the skies. Mr. Henry has got the aircraft up here in a powered up state for us, so we're going to run through some checks. We're going to import our flight plans. We're going to get our weight and balances all set up, and then we will we'll get ready to go. I looked, and it's an observer. Yeah, so again, somebody's trying to make it so that we can't use the official call sign instead of just being a normal person. They're like making it that we can't use the real call sign for some reason. Probably somebody who sent me a message or that was upset that I was doing this flight today. Again, listen, dude, if the things that you have to worry about in life are what a content creator is flying and what airplane he's flying or call sign that he's using, can we please switch? I would love to live a life where that was my biggest fucking problem.
My greatest fear are the Spirit regulars trickling into the airlines I fly. I heard Delta is a terrible airline for anyone who loves Spirit.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm sure there's going to be another... I'm sure there's going to be...
Hello,
I still don't even know if I fully believe that Spirit's going to go, man. I feel like they were just way too big of a company. I feel like somebody has to step in and I don't even know. Who knows, man? Who knows what we have? Maybe we get Spirit V2 down the line. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Mr. Cam dropping the $2 donation. Thank you very much, Mr. Cam. Says sending the banana off into the sunset. Correct. Very correct, sir. All right, let's import our flight plan. There it is right there. Detroit to Dallas, Fort Worth. It says 2 hours and 21 minutes on the flight time. Bradley, thank you for the Tangia love, my friend. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They should be able to merge with Frontier. Well, they did block the merger with JetBlue. Obviously, we're not privy to that type of information. We don't know why it was blocked. I've heard rumblings online and through news sources that JetBlue is also struggling right now. JetBlue hasn't turned a profit in a couple of years, and they're kind of hemorrhaging money right now. So I'm wondering if that's why the whole deal was kiboshed, just because JetBlue's not in a very good state right now, and they would have been absorbing Spirit, who obviously is not in a good state. I'm wondering if that has something to play with it, but I don't know. Nobody really knows, right? We don't really know unless we work for the companies that deal and handle this type of stuff. So it's all speculation from here. Beautiful. Let's go to our mass and balance tab today. Almost a full aircraft, friends. 177 passengers on board. I tried to make it as full of a flight as possible for our final flight here in the Spirit A320. 177 passengers on board today, going down to Dallas, Fort Worth. We got 2,655 kilos of cargo, and we're looking at about 8,751 kilos of fuel. We're going to load the aircraft. We're going to hit the instant tab. Beautiful. We're going to jump down over here to our McDo. Going to go to the FMG tab. We're going to clear that one out. We're going to clear that out. We're going to go to our init ref. We're going to do our init request. Call sign today, NKS 1832 will be us. Again, because somebody's sitting offline using the frequency, using the call sign. They were too deep in depth to even do a merger with an airline. It could be that as well. It really could be that as well, you know. DOJ said that it was because their fleet ticket prices would go up. It was blocked by a federal judge. Yeah, that's above my pay grade, so I don't like to speculate about anything like that. Cost index, we're going to go with 5, and we're looking for a cruise level initially of 36,000 feet. So we'll bug that up there, FL360. Beautiful. Let's go to our init B page. We'll then send all of this data down to the McDo. We'll confirm the weight and balances, 60.8 on the zero fuel weight, 32.5 on the zero fuel weight CG, and we've got 8.8 on the block fuel. Beautiful. I do not see any ATC here in Detroit, so we're going to be on our own. Let's go to our flight plan page, and let's pull up some weather here, friends, and see what things are doing down in Detroit. We're showing winds 230, 23 gusting 31. That's nice. 10-mile visibility, scattered at 85, broken at 11, 17 degrees, 299 or 2 on the altimeter. Okay, well, with that in mind, I'm assuming that we should probably depart 22 right would probably make the most sense. We're going out that way. We're heading southwest. So 22 right seems like it would probably be the most ideal situation. We're parked up over here, so a short little taxi, probably Bravo to Yankee to Victor to cross to Alpha, and then Alpha 7, and we depart 22 right. Very similar to when we flew the 350 out of here a couple weeks ago. So we'll go Detroit. We'll go departures. We're going to plan 22 right, as we just spoke about. And we're going to be departing on the Sanders 3 departure. We'll find that down there. There it is there, Sanders 3. And we have the Big Heart transition. And we'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. Our arrival into Dallas-Fort Worth this afternoon. Let's go down here and plan some weather. Currently, the winds are showing 230 at 13, 10-mile visibility, clear skies, 23 degrees, 30, 15. Quite a stark difference from when it was when we flew into Dallas the other day, and it was overcast and winds were crazy. 230 at 13. That leads me to believe that we should be landing on runway one of the 17s. I think it's 17 center for arrivals, or on the 18s. Now, this flight, I'm trying to do gate-to-gate assignments today, so we're at the actual gate that they departed out of. Spirit parks all the way down here, airside Echo. So we will plan 17 center for our arrival. That's what we'll be on. So ILS 17 center. The star today will be the Sever 4 arrival. Sever 4, whatever they call it. There it is. We have the RRNet transition. RNet transition. There it is. And then the approach vias. We have Bossy. Let's go ahead and pull up our charts here. Let's go flights. Let's select our approach. We said ILS 17 center, and we'll add Bossy to the route. We'll change that. Very good. All right, cool. And we'll return and insert. Beautiful. Looking good, friends. Let's go to our init ref. Just confirm init A and init B pages are done. Beautiful. Let's go to our performance tab. Let's jump upstairs. We'll spool up the EPU while we're sitting here and waiting for that. Let's go grab some departure numbers. We're going to plan 22 right for the departure. Surface conditions are dry. We'll do optimum, no, off, on. We'll sync the load sheet. We'll sync the live weather, and we'll calculate our V speeds. I'm getting 50, 50, 51. Now, as a farewell to Spirit, do you guys think we should be doing a full toga departure? Should we just do a full send? Let's do forced toga, yes, and then calculate that. There we go. So we'll do a full toga takeoff as a proper send-off. I know Mr. V1 likes to do his toga takeoffs as well, so we'll do a full toga takeoff here today. Flaps 1, toga required. The last time these engines are going to work for a little bit, so we might as well full send it, right, chat? Yeah, full send, full send, full send. Okay, that's all done there. Let's go over to our AlexSiu menu. Let's go to our AOC menu. Let's go to our received messages. We've got our preliminary load sheet. I didn't mean to pull that open. We've got our finalized load sheet here as well. 177 plus 5, so definitely a full aircraft today. Beautiful. We'll clear out those messages. Very good. You can put the checklist away. Oh, do I have to go all the way over here to click it? I think I do. Where the hell did I even click? Go away. This is just going to flip it around. Does it go over here? No. I don't know where the click spot is. Oh, I found it. It's right in the middle. There we go. Okay, that's all done. If we go upstairs, we should have our APU bleed on. Let's get our cap on. Let's get our crew supply on. Let's get our red beacon light on. Let's get our passengers seated. External power can come off. We'll get our fuel pumps turned on. Everything else looks good here for push and start. One thing I've noticed with Sim Update 5 is this panel up here seems to be broken. It doesn't work and it just flashes randomly sometimes. That's a Sim Update 5 thing, so hopefully Fenix can get to that one. Put a cost index of 40 for takeoff. It's the max allowable cost index for departure in the Airbus. Well, that's just going to give us an insane climb speed. I'm just going to go with 5 for the climb speed. It's not going to really do anything with that. So, may I request a dual engine start? No, unfortunately, we cannot do that in the Airbus A320 series. Not feasible, my friend. Okay, I have CTAF frequency plugged in. CTAF is on 35 nothing, so I'm going to plug that in. 35.0. We'll flip that over there. Very good. So we should hear everybody on ground. And then we need our squawk code today, which was given to us by Auto ATC, is 7476. So we'll clear that out. We'll go 7476. and then we'll put that to auto, and then we'll get this to TA, and we'll go all. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and go to GSX. We'll prepare for our pushback and departure. Let's come down here. We're going to go to our ground services, and we'll close those doors, remove the chocks and cones, remove the GPU, and we'll be good to go, my friends. Good to go. Can we get at least one flight in the back of the plane for old time's sakes? A flight in the back of the plane, or a fight. You want people to be fighting in the back. Hope that all the employees of Spirit find new careers in aviation ASAP. My heart goes out to everyone affected. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, dude. Couldn't say it better myself.
Departure checks completed. 5 has been inserted.
Oh, there you go, Miles. Okay, cool. I've never noticed that issue up until Sim Update 5, so good to know what's been happening. Chat, by the way, did you guys see the beautiful little did you guys see the little progress bar that we added to the banner up top? We're almost fully back to the way that it used to be. We do have a progress bar for you now. Any and all comments and concerns about the progress bar need to be directed to Mr. Dan Barry. I had nothing to do with it. It was all Mr. Barry. Let's go ahead and... I forgot to look at the departure. Top altitude, 17,000 feet. So we're going to bug up 17,000. We want to be facing southwest on taxi lane Echo. That is correct indeed. Perfect. Let's go ahead and see what we're doing on the wings. I don't see anybody over that way. Perfect. We'll release the park brake. Good. Let's go and get our block time turned on. Beautiful. And we're going to go engine mode selector to the start position. I'll crank up the sounds for you here, and we'll go ahead and spool up some engines, friends. Engine number 1 to start. Enjoy. Pilot flying instead of pilot monitoring? No. He has no opposable thumbs. I don't know how he got the job, but there's a petition to bring Spirit back, making Spirit 2.0. 22.8 million already pledged. That's pretty wild if you think about it. Paw-lit flying. Nice. Park brake is set. Yeah, we'll do a little wing wave. All right, we got a good start on engine number 1. Let's go ahead and spool up number 2. Enjoy. Cody, my man, welcome back to business class. Huge no floaties to you, brother. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate you.
Tow truck disconnected. 5 has been removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
All right, we got a good start on both engines 1 and 2. Very nice. We'll head back up here to the cockpit. We'll get some stuff plugged in upstairs. Let's get EPU off, EPU bleed off. Let's go and get you up. We'll get our predictive wind shear system to auto, engine mode selector back to the normal position. little bit more brightness up in here. Let's go and get our auto brakes over to max RTO. We need a trim value of down 0.4. There's 0.4 in, perfect. And we need flaps 1 for departure. There's flaps 1. Ken, good to see you, my man. Happy Sunday, sir. All right, beautiful. That is all done. Not quite sure what we're all waiting for, so I'm just going to park brake off and start heading out this way. If I go to my taxi charts, I can take this all the way out here. We're going to go to Yankee, I believe it is, out this way. We will go yonder. That's Kilo. We want Yankee. We're going to go out. Okay. Everybody, I guess, had the same idea that I did. Perfect. All right. So Kilo, I think, eventually turns into... Now, we'll just go out here to Yankee, in case anybody else is going to be pushing back onto Kilo. Every single person started taxiing at the same time. Did you see the trailer for the Rhodium Code A350? Yeah, I did, man. I watched it in bed this morning when I woke up on my phone. I don't know, dude. Oh, shit, my bad. I didn't even see you. Yeah, I don't, I honest to God, man, I don't even get excited for trailers anymore. I just don't even get excited. Let me see the aircraft in the sim flying. That's when I start to get excited for things. I've just learned it's, yeah. It's all about the hype. All about the hype. Ground spoilers are armed. We'll do our takeoff config test. Beautiful. Then we'll just wait for the cabin. What traffic add-on am I using? This is just FSLTL. We're flying on VATSIM. We are flying on the good old VATSIM. Mr. Sanders, 55 months. Good to see you, brother. Thanks so much for the continued support, sir. Appreciate you, my man. Says, hello, Cap. How you doing? I'm doing well, man. How are you, dude? How are you? There's the cabin ready. Beautiful. The real flight only went to flight level 260 because they were dealing with some crazy thunderstorms. If you look at the real flight plan, they went all the way west and then all the way back southeast. Dante!
Final time. Let's rocket her up into the skies for
yes, sir.
Bumblebee.
Full toga, baby. Full toga. Dante, huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you as always, my good sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, brother. Magic Glow, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. May the owner of the Savannah Banana team can take over Spirit. I don't know. Would be fitting, wouldn't it? Guess he's going out that way. Iker, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well.
Short Travis, 791, climbing up runway 23 right, Detroit.
I don't know if Spirit 2.0 will come back, to be honest with you, but who knows? We'll see, man. You never know. You never know. You never know, man. Only time will tell with what's going to happen with Spirit, to be honest with you.
Short traffic up to 472 is taken out, so I know it's to the left, short traffic.
Yeah, it is possible with the right investors and a new plan, maybe Spirit 2.0 comes to fruition. You never know, man. You never know. East Coast Inc., what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Welcome back. Hope you're well, dude. I do not use Rex Atmos. No, this is just default. I am running slight color correction on my capture card software, which makes everything just a little bit more vibrant and saturated. This livery is on FlightSim.to. It's done by Hughes.
Short traffic up to 476, clear runway to the left of 125. Short traffic.
Igor, hello, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Do you have a mod add-on list? If you look in the description of the video, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see the mods that I'm using. I honestly am not using very many mods. I mean, we have chase plane, we have third-party airport scenery, we have third-party airplane, and then that's basically it. Everything else is kind of default. Default clouds, default weather. I am really not running that many add-ons. I'm not running nothing else in the background. Where do I get my GSX profiles from? If it's an AnyBuilds scenery, usually directly from the AnyBuilds launcher, you can get your GSX profiles. If there's nothing on the AnyBuilds launcher, then I usually go to FlightSim.to. RealCat Turb is another one. Yep, RealCat Turb is another one that I'm using. Alright, and we will hold right here, my friends. We'll watch a couple departures. Got two Americans. I think we're the only ones that came over here. I think everybody else is going to the, everybody else is using 2-1 right for departure. Usually 2-2 rights for arrivals, 2-2 left for departures on the west side. With no ATC, Craig, it's just a free-for-all, my brother. It is a free-for-all with no ATC online. Alright, he's lining up. Just want to point out the Delta came out of bankruptcy after 19 months, so Spirit 2.0 were ever be a thing, I would assume it would be this or longer until it comes to fruition. Could be, yeah. Very well could be, my friend. Look, when I press the I don't want the cabin to be visible, it still stays visible. On this airplane? That's a weird one. I'm not quite sure. I think it kind of broke with the last Fenix update. Delta never ceased operations. Yeah. When you're full-blown ceasing operations, that's, I believe, when it's, you know. Bankruptcy is not liquidation. Bankruptcy Chapter 11 is debt relocation. Chapter 7 is they are shutting down entirely. There you go. Very cool, Sean. Enjoy your flight, man.
American Flight 2 on personal traffic, no, personal, and decoy traffic taking off runway 22 right.
Alright, he's on our way. How was Battlefield last night? It was okay. It was okay, sir. Alright, park brake off. Let's go and get our landing lights on, runway turnoffs on, strobe lights on, wing lights on, nose light over to takeoff. Detroit traffic, spare wings 1832, lining up and waiting 22 right. Just right. Starting to fly for Virtual Wizz Air today. Restored my passion for this game. Seeing that pesky little pirate count go up gives me the amount of dopamine that I didn't know I could get. I've been telling people, man, if you feel like you've hit like a flight sim, you know, a pause in your flight sim, join a virtual airline, man. It's such a great way to give purpose to your flying. It really is. Big fan of that one. Smoke Zaza? Of course. I'm Canadian. I feel like I'm born with Zaza in my blood. Alright, we're going to hold short here. We're going to take a look at our airport map and see where's where and who's where. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's go and close that. We'll bring this all the way back up yonder. Alright, and we'll go and put... Oh, nope, wrong button. This one, live traffic. Okay, I guess we're the only ones. Perfect. We're the last ones out, chat. We'll give it a couple minutes here. Fight for life. Is that Detroit? It is. It is Detroit, my friend. It is Detroit. Alright, I do not see him on my TCAS, which means we are good to go, friends. Detroit traffic spare 1832, departing runway 22 right, Detroit. Alright, control cam goes on. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to crank the sounds for you guys. We're going to do a full toga takeoff. Let's go, friends. Slight nose down pressure on the side stick. Let's go throttles up to about 40%. Beautiful. Chrono goes on. Let's go flying. Mantoga SRS runway auto thrust blur. Screaming out of Detroit. Takeoff power set. We're rolling. There's 100 knots already. We're neutral on the side stick. There is V1 Rotate. for a little wing wave. Goodbye, friends. Little wave. Goodbye. Let's bring that nose down. Let's get some climb. Incredible, my friends. Oh, hello, buddy. When in flight, 2 bones says the spirit lives on. Long live spirit and the banana bus. Huge no floaties to you when in flight. Thank you for the support, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Speed check, flaps clean. Go ahead and get our runway turnoffs off, our nose lights off, our wing lights off, and we'll disarm the ground spoilers. You can see your house? Very cool. So we need to be below 7,000 at our first waypoint, so keep that in mind for our restriction. Slight back pressure. Canada Jet Lines, yeah, that's another one. They weren't around for that long, though, were they? Do most of the guys in the sim have PPLs? No. No. I would say most people that use flight sims are not real-world pilots. Restrictions? I mean, true, we could always just pull it and just go open climb. You're right. Screw it. Keep her going. No autopilot? We're hand flying for a little bit. I like to hand fly my departures and arrivals, if I can. Presuming the weather's nice. Just got here. Vatsum is hosting a Spirit event at Fort Lauderdale. Yes, they are. Oh, sorry. Got carried away reading chat. All right, 9,000 feet into the soup. Let's engage autopilot 1, and I'll bring you back up into the flight deck. Very good. Bring those sim sounds down a little bit more. Very nice. You got your PPL and instrument rating in the last 9 months. Nice. You go autopilot the second the wheels leave the ground? Nah, I gotta hand fly, man. That's how you get good. Gotta hand fly it. Alrighty, 10,000 feet. Nose will pitch over. We'll gain some speed. We'll go landing lights off. We're keeping the seatbelt signs on. We might get a few bumps here through some of the clouds. It's a nice wing view. No face cam today? Nah, no cam today. Just hanging out, man. Not about me today. You try hand flying for 3 hours? I don't know if that would be fun. I like hand flying to, like, 9,000, 10,000 feet usually. We'll probably hand fly the approach as well. Just as like a, farewell. Thought West had also merged their ULCC into themselves. I know Jetlines and Lynx disappeared. I don't know how that worked with WestEd. They might have just got all their airplanes. I'm not even sure. How do I pass the time on the long streams? I hang out with chat. We talk about food. We talk about airplanes. We talk about flight sim. But mainly we talk about food. What settings do you have to set to make the ground good like that at altitude? So I'm using auto FPS, which brings the terrain level of detail up to 200 when we are above 3,000 feet. So that's why the ground textures look good, is because the terrain level of detail is bumped up to 200 once we pass through 3,000 feet. So on the climb out, it looks really nice. Also, the weather in the sim right now is like perfect. A little bit of broken cloud. It's the whole scene right now that looks quite nice. I thought we mainly talk about stretching. Sometimes, not all the time. Did I hear food? Sunwing. Ah, yes. Sunwing. Did the VATSIM event in Cali last night, 30-minute waiting to take off at SFO, made worse by people who don't know how to turn and burn on the roll. Ah, all about the turn and burn, sir. All about the turn and burn. All right, cruise flight level today was 36,000 feet. We'll bug that in. Continue the climb up to 360. Varun, hello, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Do the people who book flights automatically get refunded? I heard that Spirit shut down support as well. I have no clue, brother. I really don't know. Well, hello, buddy.
At captain.walker.southwest virtual donated $5. Thanks the reply. I have a 3090T and hopefully that auto FPS will work.
Auto FPS will definitely help, man. Absolutely. Auto FPS has been an absolute game changer for me in my flight sim. To be honest with you, my friend. Thank you for the $5 donation. Captain Walker, Southwest Virtual. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very much appreciated, sir. They are getting refunded. There you go. Cap, you did not update Auto FPS to version 5. I believe that's what I'm on. Version 5. 05.0.0. That's the one I'm on. That's the one specifically made for Sim Update 5 and some performance tweaks and stuff. Big hockey game tonight? It is, dude. Game 7, Montreal. I'll be watching that. When is that, 7 p.m.? Yesterday did Alaska 737-900 op Seattle to Anchorage and finished the flight at 1 a.m. That's a long flight, man. Isn't it like 4 or 5 hours up to Anchorage from Seattle? Let's go standard baro pressure, even though we're already on it, 2992. Anyone watch the Miami Grand Prix? I'm sure Tony did. I don't know if Tony's still around. Did you build your own PC? Yes, I ordered all the parts and actually Mr. Dan Barry built my PC. The game's at 6 p.m.? Why so early? I guess it's on a Sunday in case it goes to overtime. Yeah, 6 p.m. Ooh, game 1 of the Wild and Avalanche play tonight as well? Sheesh. 6 p.m. tonight. Yep, I'll definitely be watching that one. I will definitely be watching. Thank you, Mr. Azrito. Same to you, brother. Tomorrow's a bank holiday in the UK. Ah, got you. I know Carolina played last night. They handled Philadelphia pretty easily. Miami GP starts in a few minutes. Always wanted to go to Montreal for the GP in Canada. Yeah, I've never been. Never been to the GP in Canada. I used to watch it growing up. My dad and my stepbrother growing up were really into GP. Jacques Villeneuve. Back in the 90s, baby. The Nomad guys are going to get a lot of work flying, ferrying Spirit planes to Victorville. Curious to which airline might scoop up their planes? Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Philly kind of got whooped. I truly believe it's going to be Carolina in 4 again. I think Carolina this year they're looking like a good team, man. I said at the beginning of the playoffs, I think it's going to be Carolina, Colorado for the Stanley Cup. Carolina, Colorado. That's my Stanley Cup final prediction, and I think Colorado wins it. Colorado's just, they're so good, man. Defense, offense, it's kind of wild. Tugger Nuts, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Welcome back. Guys, 2 seconds, quick little bathroom break. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. All right, we're back. Thanks, guys. Go Sharks. Sharks are not in the playoffs, unfortunately. No Sharkies in the playoffs. What are your thoughts on the Rhodium Cube? Rhodium code, sorry. I don't get excited for that type of stuff anymore, Blue Crayon. If there's anything that I've learned, it's way too easy to make screenshots and little snippets of videos like that look incredible in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Everything looks good. Captain Sim looks good in Microsoft. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not... I don't get excited about that type of stuff. What's going to get me excited for the 350 is once I actually see it flying. Once I see some of the system depth. Some of the stuff looked okay. But, I mean, again, we already have a full-fledged high-fidelity 350 in the sim, so it's kind of hard to get excited about yet another Airbus in the sim. Just, I don't know. I find it difficult for me to get excited about that type of stuff. I just don't. I don't know. Would have been cool if they were doing like a 747 or something, you know? The physics in the Innie builds? I mean, I don't know, dude. I flew the Innie builds a couple weeks ago and it flies fantastic now. That was one of the first things that I noticed. It doesn't fly like a flying brick anymore. It feels like I actually have some weight and balance on the controls. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If any builds can kind of tackle the whole Wasm crashes and shit going on. AJ with the 3 bones says, even my 3 drunk dials look good in Microsoft. Well, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Huge no floaties to you, man. Did you guys see that I was browsing the marketplace the other day, making sure I had all my world updates and shit installed, and I saw, did you see Virtual Coal put out a -8? Virtual Coal, of all companies, they put out a -8. Hilarious. Caponato FPS V5 in the connection status, your Microsoft 2024 is not clicked. Why? Because when you hover over it, it shows you exactly what it does. Enables Microsoft Performance Mode. Can improve or reduce performance depending on systems. Monitor performance after enabling. So I don't really need to do that. My PC is already pretty well optimized for Flight Sim. I don't feel like I need extra optimizations. My PC is already in performance mode. I already have a specific in my NVIDIA manager. I already have a specific Microsoft little thing where everything's, so you just don't need it. Did you see V1 stream the new Burbank only in Marketplace? I did not see that. When did he do that? I didn't think that scenery was out already. V1. Are you sure? Are you sure he streamed the new Burbank? I don't even think it's out yet. I know that BM World or Glide Slow Pro or whatever, I know they're working on one. Hey, just think, the virtual cult E-Jets, you could have flown them 2 years ago and it's still just like the FSS right now. Nice. Wait, it is available? Is it any good? How did I not know that it released? Is it any good, or is it typical BM World 2 FPS bullshit? Orbex Atlanta when? I don't know. It's a little better than Orbex? Well, it has a whole new terminal, doesn't it? I think it's done by BM World, AM Sim. Oh, it's just AM Sim? Got you. Okay. Dell. I mean, if it's a marketplace release, Dell, damn right I don't know about it. I bought it. It was okay, not blown away, but very passable. Okay. What Mach number are you doing? I don't even... Are we at cruise yet? Are we at 36,000 feet? No, we're not at cruise yet. I'll probably be doing Mach 7, 8. Something along those lines. Burbank is doing a new terminal. It might be a little bit outdated in the fall. Well, no, the new scenery includes the new terminal. I'm pretty sure, right, chat? I remember we were looking at a news article about it. Sim's looking mighty fine today. It does look good, doesn't it? Yeah, it does look nice. All right, well, we're above 30,000 feet. You know what that means, chat. What are we eating today? You already know. New York strip. Yes, sir, for the boys. And because it is the final flight, you are also getting the New York strip. Yes, sir. 2 pilots hanging out, eating their New York strips, chat. That's what life's all about right there. They modeled the new terminal. I'm glad Burbank kept the walkout gates and no jetways. Yes, the new BM Sim, AM Sim has the new terminal. All right, well, I might have to pick that up then. Might have to do some Burbank next week. Chat, what do you want to fly next week? A300 or 737 PMDG? Do we want to fly the 700 around, or do we want to do the A300? What do you guys want next week? How are you getting the food? It's through Hughes. MK Studios has Montreal, Harry. Is it not modeled? Do a poll? I already have a poll up. I can't do 2 polls. Maybe I'll put a poll up on my YouTube channel, and I'll let you guys decide. I'll put a poll up, and then we'll... That's what I'll do, chat. I'll put a poll on my community tab, and then I'll let you guys decide what we do for next week. Is there a newer K-San? There's not. No, unfortunately. Now, how do we eat the food? We don't. We just look at it. Look how nice it is. They are, Paul, but this is the final flight. We're getting steaks out for everybody. Steak out for all. Alright, I'm doing Mach 7.8 on the cruise. That's all we ever do on this channel is look at food. That's right. What are the sides with this good-looking steak? We got a nice little garden salad. Got a nice, almost looks like a mini baguette, but I'm going to go with a roll. And then there's some type of, like, chocolate mousse cake or something. There could possibly be a newer K-San in the not-too-distant future. Well, that would make me happy. What do you know that we don't know, Mr. Maverick? What do you know that we don't know, sir? Great weight loss plan. Just look at the food.
You know who else loves poles? Brittany. She's in the back giving the final flight special.
Jeez. Go, Brittany, go. Go, Brittany, go. So ground speed or the true airspeed more important? Well, they're both pretty important. I guess it just depends which. Usually ATC, when you're at cruise, they're going to want your Mach number. And then they'll give you a transition speed. So like do not exceed 280 knots in the crew or on the descent. Yada yada yada. Airspeed keeps you in the air, that's right. Are we round trip today? Nah, just the one leg, man. Just the one leg on this Sunday. We had a very busy Friday, very busy day yesterday as well. Little short and sweet Sunday stream today. Honorary, I'm doing well, man. How are you, dude? Shh, it's a secret. What do you mean? No. Who's making it? Is it Mr. Vertical Sim? Now you got me all curious. Tom, what's up, my man? Good to see you, brother. Boo to me working on Saturdays. That's right. Doing awesome, never bad. Nice. Good news, sir. Wait, you got a VATSIM timeout again, Tom? What the hell did you do this time? Cap, you on any streaming shows like The Boys? I have watched a few seasons of The Boys. I struggle with shows where I like watch the show and then I have to wait 2 years for another season to come out. Usually what I do with shows is I wait for the entire series to come out and then I binge watch them. How to get meals to show up in the cockpit? It's through Hughes Z-Core. It's a new it's a new mod that's coming out. The usual, I fell asleep. My man. We have an idea what we're flying next week? I'm going to put a poll up, actually. Here, hold on. I'll do it right now. I'll put a poll up on the channel. View your channel. Posts. Let's do a text poll. What would you prefer to see for this week's upcoming streams? Post. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to share this and I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to post it in here for you all. There is the link to the poll, chat, and you may click on said link if you would like to have your voice heard. Vote now, my friends. Howdy Cap, got a break in my day making some homage canes with some fires and all. Nice. What rudder pedals do I use? I use the Thrustmaster pendular rudder system. Sharing is caring. Yes, it is. Had a New York strip for dinner last night. Nice. Picked up Aerosoft LIMCV, about to hit top of descent into there. Some Qatari 777 freighters. Nice. Yesterday I watched SimCFI's last stream on the CRJ and it is really broken. It's a shame the aircraft doesn't get the love that it deserves. I agree. I agree, man. It's been broken for a while, to be honest with you, but yeah. Swimmerville, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. The instruments on your 350 froze. Any idea what it can be? That sounds like a ghost Wasm crash. Hopefully you have autosave on. TNA Aviation, 75 months as HECAP. Great work as always. And the YouTube Karens can suck it up. Rest in peace, Spirit. What a neat little operation that will be missed. I agree. TN Aviation, thank you for 75 months, man. Yeah, it truly blows my mind, man. I feel like... Well, we don't even need to get into it, dude. I don't even know, man. I'm perplexed. That's the best word that I can think of. I am perplexed that somebody would allow themselves to get upset about somebody recreating a final flight of an airline that went bankrupt. It truly blows my mind that somebody would allow themselves to let them get upset about something like that. That's... Again, man, I wish I could have a life where the little things on the internet piss me off so much that it ruins my day. They must live just the peachiest life, dude. Imagine that's what set you off and that's what triggered you. Crazy times, man. Fucking wild times, dude. Bumble, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. So the original thumbnail, yeah, Tom, that's just the tip of it, man. That's such a tip of it, dude. I've received multiple, more than one Discord message about how what I'm doing is distasteful and how I am monetizing bankrupts. I'm monetizing Spirit's bankruptcy for monetary gains. That one really threw me off. Like, I don't fuck, dude. This is the world we live in, man. This is truly the world that we live in, man. This is it, dude. This is it, and unfortunately, I just think it's gonna get worse. I honestly think it's just gonna get worse. This is the problem with woke people, man. They don't see how stupid they are and the comments that they make. Like, what happened to, like, if you don't like something, just don't watch, right? Like, just, like, why does everybody feel like they have to make comments and leave nasty comments and messages to people? If you don't like it, don't fucking watch it. Like, what? Where have we gone so sideways as human beings? You don't like it? Don't watch it, man. It's that fucking simple. Brother. We live in a... I don't even know what we live in, chat. I really don't even know anymore. I don't know this world. Andy says, rational thinking in society is shrinking quicker than a stiffy in an ice bath. Society is cooked. It just, like I said, man, listen. I can understand, like, whatever. You have a family member that works at Spirit, you know a friend, you have a personal connection with somebody that worked at Spirit Airlines, and any Spirit news or anything is upsetting you right now. Okay, cool. I might be able to understand that aspect of it. But to, like, get upset at somebody or unsubscribe or leave nasty comments on videos or send DMs, brother. What? Like, what? I truly just don't think I'll ever understand it. Can we talk about that beautiful progress bar? Chat, what do we think about the progress bar? Let's change the subject, because, yeah, I'm going to melt my fucking brain thinking about the idiots on the internet. Yankee, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Welcome back. Glad I was young in the 80s. Brother, I'm so happy I decided not to have kids and put my kids through the bullshit that is fucking today's society. The progress bar could be bigger. No. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Chat, look who's back. What number account are you on now, Samia? Let's see. Let's find out. What account are you on now? Ah, there we go. Made 1 day ago. Joined YouTube 1 day ago. Does this plane have headphone simulation? Does this plane have headphone simulation? Does this plane have headphone simulation? I like how the bar actually works. Yeah, correct, right? Exactly. Do you use Rex Atmos? I do not use Rex Atmos, no. They keep making accounts, brother. I'm telling you right now, Harry, the shit that I see on the internet week in, week out, it blows my mind, dude. I'm lost for words. I don't even have words for what I see on a weekly basis, man. I truly just don't have words. Some people should not be left alone with internet access. SimCFI, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Welcome back. I could smell the EPU in the cockpit asking for friend. You would be amazed, Harry. You would truly be amazed, my friend. Was planning to fly with you, but you just woke up. Nice. Hope you had a good sleep, my man. Back shortly, need to run to the shop. Enjoy, sir. Can you pick me up a Chocomel, Tom? Do you have Chocomel? I'd go for a Chocomel. Chocomel is delicious, Mr. Barry. Calm down. I got my chorizo, potato, egg, and cheese burrito on the pre-roll. It's called Balance. Sheesh. There's another great thing. We didn't have cell phones and social media in the 80s. Correct. Yep. As somebody who grew up in the 90s and was in high school in the early 2000s, Huskers, brother. What a change, man. What a change. Feel like you need your sanity back as well, but the shop doesn't sell it. That's not nice. Is the progress bar accurate? It is. Yep. Trying to find a sense of the moment in the world is like picking the best turd out of the portable toilet at the end of a music festival weekend. Correct, Samuel. Actually nailed it with that analogy, my friend. It's, you know what it is? And I honestly think I've figured it out. People let their emotions speak for them instead of actually thinking before, like, speaking. You know what I mean? That's where we've come as a society. People are just, it's the emotional knee-jerk reaction to something. Instead of, like, you know, thinking about it for 5, 10, 15 minutes and, like, actually trying to, you know, that's all that it is, dude. Everybody nowadays just speaks and thinks on emotion. That's it. That's all that it is. And we live in a world where we're being taught by mainstream media, politicians, everybody, that if somebody doesn't have the exact same thought process or thinking as you, they're a bad person and they're the enemy. There's no logical thinking. There's none. No logical thinking. It's completely gone out the window. If somebody doesn't agree with you and your exact stance, whatever it may be, political, personal, anything, if somebody does not agree with you, they're a bad person, they're an idiot, they're a retard, they're stupid, they're racist, whatever, however it goes. That's where we're at right now in society. That's my view on it. You may disagree with me, you may agree with me, whatever. That's how I see it. It's literally how I see it right now. Somebody does something, oh, I wouldn't do that, they're stupid. That guy's stupid. How dare he recreate the last Spirit Airlines flight? That's so insensitive and stupid. Who would do that? No logical thinking. Zero. It's completely gone out the window. It's wild, man. We live in a scary time. I feel bad, man. I truly feel bad for the kids that are being raised in this environment and with these parents and these people as people that they look up to and shit like that, it just, man. It's, yeah, it's sad, man. It truly is sad when you think about it. We have so much at our disposal to learn and get smarter and be better people, and we're choosing to make stupid idiots on the internet popular and famous and celebrities, and it's just we're cooked. We're cooked, man. How is SU5? It's great. It's great. Yeah. Yeah, Harry, you're right. You're right. It goes bigger than the internet. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Thought about doing the flight from LAX to LAS as my way of saying goodbye. One of the best budget airlines in the U.S. Sure, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Crazy, think as the cycle continues, these nut jobs will be running the world in 20 years. That's what I'm saying, brother. That's what I'm saying, man. Yep, it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary, brother. Well, just got a reminder of yesterday about my rant on Facebook. Whereas the ability to disagree to a subject and becomes automatically personal if someone isn't thinking the same. 100%. That's what it is, man. There's no critical thinking anymore. None. Zero. It's just like, if you disagree with me, you're a bad guy. Immediately. That's the thought process where we're at right now. You're a bad person. Well, that's exactly it, Sean. Yeah, you know, I don't think, like, in my eyes, I'm not doing anything distasteful right now. At all. At all. Now, was I playing around yesterday and, like, was I playing with some thumbnails and, like, doing some stuff where, like, I was, like, you know, like a bankrupt theme thumbnail to like, kind of, like, send it off and stuff like that. But, again, it's not what I ended up going with. Critical thinking. I thought more on the process of it, and, you know, yeah. On a more pleasant note, I won't watch any of your streams next week because I'll be traveling to attend my son's college graduation. Craig, congratulations, my friend. Pass along the congratulations, and we will see you when we're back, my friend. Scary part is I know some of them becoming pilots too. Yeah, well. Generally, I can't see how this would offend anyone at all, even former Spirit employees. Oh, brother. Like I said, man, multiple Discord DMs yesterday and this morning about how what I'm doing is distasteful, and I'm gaining a monetary off of Spirit's bankruptcy. It's just crazy. I don't even know how you could come to that conclusion, man. Like, how can you sit there and look at a flight sim streamer that's doing an honorary flight to honor an airline that just went debunked? And how do you sit there and think the first thought process is he's only doing this to generate money? The fuck? Like, how much money do you think like a flight sim live streamer makes? Because I can promise you nothing is done for the money when it comes to flight sim. There is nothing that I could do apart from maybe going to fly a real airplane and record the process of it. There is nothing that I can do in flight sim that is going to see a monetary gain off of the back of people that don't have a job anymore. It's so fucking stupid, dude. People are so brainless. It's wild, man. Enough to revive the airline. How about all the other streamers that are doing the exact same thing? They don't have a big enough of a following, I guess, Tom, so it doesn't matter. Apparently, if you have a big following, you're not allowed to do certain things. I mean, we've seen it before, dude. We've seen it before where, like, I've told people not to buy a product, and there's always that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that are like, You're ruining someone's life. They're not going to make money off of this add-on now because Captain Canada said it was bad, and it's make fucking better products. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Don't try and sell the flight sim community horse shit. That's a start. Why don't we turn the blame? Don't blame me. Why don't we turn the blame on the people that are putting out garbage products? We wanted you to do the flight. I lost count of the number of times yesterday someone asked you if you were flying Spirit. Dude, I would say probably well over 50 times yesterday. Yeah. 1,000 employees aren't the ones to blame anyways at all. It's the more on top people who destroyed it. Yeah. We live in a very sad world, my friends. Very, very, very sad and angry world right now for some reason. I don't know why. But it is what it is, chat. Good thing Spirit wasn't Canadian. It'd be yellow equity cards for everyone. Thank God for JJ. Oh, man.
Here is me donating. So you make money off a company who's gone under, and you have no connection to in any way, other than enjoying aviation.
Thank you, Virtual United. Appreciate you, my man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, my man. Thanks for the continued support. Hope these same people were over at Swiss 01 highlighting the UPS crash with fatalities involved. No, man. No, why? That would be the logical thing to do. Oh, man. Well, we don't need to get into that, Nicholas. I'm not saying that you have to see eye to eye. Again, my main concern is, like, if you have a difference of an opinion with somebody, it's okay. You can still be friends and be cordial with that person. It's that I have so many friends that I don't see eye to eye, and we're still friends. My best friend and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. He's still my best friend. You know what I mean? Like, it's the opinionated. It's the I'm right, you're wrong, fuck you. It's that mentality. You know what I mean? Spirit has only owned their own planes for available for sale and pennies on the dollar. Maybe I'll offer to buy one. Screw this sim stuff. I want the real thing. Yeah, right. AJ says, wait, Virtual United, so he's making money too. See? There you go. Virtual United. Huge no floaties to you, Mr. AJ. Thank you, brother. Don't worry about it, KDO. Don't worry about it. It's stupidity. Stupidity at its finest level. Stupidity at its finest level. I mean, Dan said it perfectly right there. Dan and I do not agree with anything politically going on in Canada right now, but he's still my good buddy. Still one of my best friends. It's not going to ruin a friendship just because we don't agree on something. 100%, Tom. Borderline mental illness, Tom. Borderline. I agree. Cam Canada, the 737 is winning the poll at like 68%. Wow. Is it really? I didn't see that coming. I know people love the PMDG. You know what it is, though? It's the A300, man. People just don't like the A300. I don't know why it is. But you know what this means, chat? If the 737 poll does win, we will fly the 737 next week, and then the following week we'll take out the AnyBuilds A300 and MD-11. So whatever, that's usually how we do it. That way it's fair enough that we kind of get both things. So if the poll wins, next week we'll do the 737, and then the following week we'll do the A300 MD-11. That'll be the plan. I also want to do a community fly-in coming up over the next couple of weekends. I'm not sure which weekend we're going to do it, but over the next couple of weekends, probably not next weekend, probably the next weekend, we're going to do a community GA fly-in again like we do. Unless a new aircraft drops, exactly. Yeah. Just departed OKC on my way to Houston, Independence 1 livery. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, they're usually on Sundays, Tuggernuts. Yes. Yeah. When are you bringing back X-Plane 12 live streams? I don't know. I haven't had a crazy inkling to get back, but I do miss my Q400, man. I do miss my Q400, and I have a feeling that we're going to be waiting months, if not at least another year, for the majestic Q400. I don't know, dude. Currently flying over the Alps with EasyJet, such a beautiful day. Nice. Even though I've followed you since 2018 and been friends with the great flight sim community, I'm blocking you on social media because you are flying Spirit. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I said, dude, waking up to comments this morning. There was a comment left before I started streaming. Some guy was just like, I think it's pretty shitty in my opinion that you're flying Spirit and monetizing their bankruptcy. And it's like, brother, what? What? How could you wake up in the morning, click on the thumbnail, and that's the first thought process that came to your head? Is I'm only doing this video to monetize off the backs of Spirit Airlines employees who now don't have it. What? How? How do you wake up with that brain power, processing power? Have you thought about bringing back some 7.5 content? I honestly haven't, no. You showed me the thumbnail and I knew it would cause an internet shit show. I mean, I was more so messing around, AJ. Like, Dan showed me all kinds of new cool tools and stuff, so I've been messing around, and that's not a surprise. Over the last 2-3 weeks, I've kind of been messing around with the thumbnails and making different themed thumbnails and stuff like that. Yeah, like, I can show, well, no, I better not. You know what? I better not, AJ. Let's not fuel the fire. Never mind. Like, you only come online to stream when there's a suffering to exploit. Yeah. Not like I stream every week, same time, same days. Yeah. If you monetize on their bankruptcy enough, you can afford to bring them back, brother. Flight Factor 7.5 isn't bad, pales in comparison to their 777. Well, the problem with the Flight Factor 7.5 is it's like 15 years old now. That's the problem with the Flight Factor 7.5. I know they said that it's supposed to get a big update, but that's kind of the problem with the Flight Factor. Thank you, Mr. Steven. Appreciate you, dude. Top of Descent is in 1 hour, chat. 1 hour. Viper, it does have a tray table. Yep. There's some steak out right now. We're having some steak and salad. Are you going to fly the FSS E-Jets? No. No. I am not going to put myself through that pain. That 100%, Thomas. 100%, my man. Actually, 110%. If this offends you, you have no business being on the internet, being on Facebook, being anywhere where you have social interactions with people. You do not belong there. Go sit in your little bubble, turn on whatever news network you prefer, and just sit there and just watch your little news network. That's where you belong. Tuggernut, 74 months. Says, I've been here a while. This flight offends me. Thank you, Tuggernuts. Appreciate you, my man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my man. People love to complain about everything these days. Unfortunately, that's where society has become. Yep. Are you doing a tower tour at the expo? No. I usually have no time for those, Mr. Holder. I'm locked into the Thrustmaster booth 4 hours on Saturday and 2 hours on Sunday. It does not give me a lot of time. Plus, I'm going to be meeting a lot of friends that I've made by doing this over the last 8, 9, 10 years. I usually don't have a lot of time for that type of stuff, you know? Steven says hi to AJ and he goes, I'm offended. Just went through a certain real-world Airbus pilot in Europe's video about Spirit and 0 negative comments. Make it make sense. Yep. Yes, sir. Hey, look, being respectful and not dismissive for other people's feelings is one thing. Everyone has gone a little overboard with it, though, and the strength of mind no longer a thing. Yep. 100%. 100%, man. Nailed it. What are we stretching on today? I just had some Hawaiian marker, which is Hawaiian rain crossed with permanent marker. It's quite nice. Yeah, absolutely, JMB. Absolutely. Miami Vice. Never heard of that strain. Sounds nice. You're not going this year, Mr. Holder? Nah. Like Sharpie? Yeah, permanent marker. Kind of smells like a Sharpie marker. We all love the smell of permanent marker. Dude, you remember those markers when we were kids? I don't know, if you grew up in the 90s and 2000s, do you remember those, like... Do you remember those... There used to be literal markers that they would smell like blueberries or strawberries or peach. You remember those? Shit, I remember those. Yeah, the fruity scented markers. Those were the best. Davis is here. Good to see you, Mr. Davis. Big night tonight, Mr. Davis. Scented markers. Brother, I'm telling you, man. The orange smelled like oranges. The purple smelled like grapes. Correct. Yep. Those were the best, man. Airplane model glue. No, I never sniffed that. Or like the ones I have, the Sanford Brain Melter. Leafly says it's a cross of Green Crush and grapefruit. Interesting. Huh. I haven't had a grapefruit strain in forever. Yes, big night. Game 7. Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Montreal Canadiens. Where's Mr. Mofo? Mofo's probably already nervous. Model glue is stronger. Dude, model glue back in the 90s. I used to do all kinds of models with my dad growing up. Remember, you get the little model kit, everything was kind of put together. Or it came in like big sheets and you had to pop off all the pieces and then you'd put them all together. Man. Go Abs, go! Davis. Oh. Oh, you'd smell that from across the room, Paul, that stuff. Somebody would be building a model and you would literally smell it across the house. Have to sand off the little nubs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude. I remember those. I think I still have some. I have a box somewhere. When my dad passed away, I went to his place and I grabbed a bunch of shit that I had. And I have a box somewhere full of model fighter airplanes and cars and motorcycles, and I have them somewhere. I'm not quite sure where they are. I think they're in my storage locker. Still have Star Trek model ships held together with that glue from the 90s? 100%. Yep. Cap, can you please explain how we tried today just to open the tray table? I couldn't find the menus. It's not available yet, Viper. I explained it yesterday, my friend. It's a new mod that's going to be on flightsim.to. Probably this week coming up. It's not out yet. Sorry, Cap, go Bolts tonight. The States aren't ready to send the Cup back to Canada. I mean, it's only been, what, since 1993? 93 was the last time the Cup was in Canada. Hey, very cool, Thomas. That's awesome. I actually would like to get back into model making. It's a lot of fun. Steven. Hubble Man, what's up? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well, mate. Any L1011 flights? No, not for me, man. Not for me. Have I tried GFX? I have not. No. I do plan on picking it up sometime soon, but I have not picked it up yet. No. If the Habs could do it, it would be a full circle moment. Yeah, well, they lost what? They lost the... Was it 2021? 2022? They lost they lost to Tampa for the Cup, like the COVID year. Cap, in other news, I saw the new 350 trailer drop. Looks cool. About that one over the AnyBuilds 350. What's so cool about that one? Nothing, Ryan. We were talking about it earlier, man. I'm not very excited. Like, I don't know. Doesn't really get me excited. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good, Mr. Mulder. No doubt about that. NBA game set. Never got into the NBA, Steven. Yeah. I don't know why I don't get VATSIM elder privileges. They shouldn't pick on senior citizens. Tom, how many times a year do you get timed out or get like a 3-day ban from VATSIM for falling asleep? I feel like we're at least up to like 3 or 4 times this year alone. Just this year. My man gets timed out from VATSIM all the time. Cap, what are your thoughts on the AnyBuilds 380? I mean, we don't really know anything about it. I'm sure it's going to be good. I'm sure it's going to be the same, if not better quality than the 350. So, I mean, if you're into the 380, sure. When does Aerosoft release the 330 Neo? I have no clue. Their 340 is apparently good, Lorenzo. I've never flown it, but...
Well, hello, buddy.
At A.J. Honorary donated $5. True story, I got in trouble in 7th grade for faking like I was sniffing the rubber cement in art class. Probably upset I was making fun of the teacher.
AJ, thank you for the 5 bones, AJ. Huge no floaties to you, my man. Nice. 4 times in the last 6 months, this guy, dude. The NBA is horrible. Just look at Jason Tatum sitting out with a minor leg injury in Game 7 and Zadorov playing 4 games with a torn ACL. Different, for sure. For sure, completely different. Completely different. Yeah, I agree with that. Tom. Dude, I feel like at least once a month I get a message from Tom like, well, banned on VATSIM again for 3 days. Fell asleep again last night. Got into the stretchables and see you later. I've never been into the NBA, man. I don't know. It was never a game that I just got interested in. Like I was saying earlier, not earlier, but a couple days ago. For me, it was baseball and hockey. Baseball and hockey were always the two that I used to play baseball in the winter. Sorry, other way around. I used to play hockey in the winter and baseball in the summer, and that was basically my sports for the year growing up. I did play a little bit of soccer when I was younger. I think I played soccer till I was about 12 or 13, and then baseball just completely took over for me. Baseball was my true love. I would say baseball, then hockey. Baseball was like, that was my jam. Jeez, there's a motorcycle outside. I thought Henry was growling. Captain Mick Loser going to be in Edmonton by the next trade deadline. If Edmonton doesn't figure it out this offseason and get themselves some better defense and some better goalies, they might be in trouble. I don't know what you do with Tristan Jarry. I don't know, man. Do you buy him out? Do you trade him? Do you try and trade him? I have no clue. I sniffed chlorine tablets at my parents' place last year. I was just curious. My mom about beat a grown-ass man. Chased me around the pool deck when she saw what I was up to. Just wanted a whiff. Only follow the Pistons when it comes to playoff time. I like college basketball a lot more. Ooh, nice. There you go. Doing some iFly Max 8 ops today. My rudder input always acts so weird on the plane. Taxing always feels so weird for me. It doesn't want to turn sometimes. That's weird, Cam. I'm wondering do you have to turn something on? Like rudder controls tiller or something on that one? Taking a flight sim day off, flew Salt Lake to Fog yesterday, chilling, been watching the stream today. Nice, Mr. Huskers. That sounds like a fun flight. Where are we flying over right now? This looks very familiar. This scene. Where are we? It almost feels like we're like Memphis or something. No, where is this? St. Louis. Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me. I thought we were over Memphis. St. Louis. Detroit. We left Detroit. The part where Davis is leaving out was where he wasn't wearing any clothes in the neighborhood pool instead of his parents. Correct. And it was the lifeguards chasing him around. St. Louis Arc, yes, sir. Good headphones make the difference in flights. Good headphones make a difference in everything. 100%, yes. As somebody that's gone from cheap headphones to very expensive headphones, I can agree. Can't be a Davis pool party if it's not involved bathing suits. That's right. That's right. Study your charts. What gate are you planning at DFW? I want to make sure none of us take it. So the gate they went into, I have the flight up here. So the real gate that they went into was Echo 37. Echo 37, which should be all the way down here. No, I guess that's Echo 32. Echo 32 is where the real aircraft parked. And we did get Delta 12 out of Detroit, which is where they took off of as well. So Echo 32. We can always just log off of AtSim if it's taken. But Echo 32 is where the real aircraft parked. Speaking of clothes, what are you wearing? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know, sir? I am wearing some terry cloth shorts, boxers underneath. I have some low ankle socks on, and I'm wearing a Billabong t-shirt. That is what we're doing today, sir. I feel like I remember you mentioning a few years ago you were using Factor meals. Is it true? Am I sniffing too many chlorine tablets? No, I was using Factor. I used Factor for like probably 2.5 years, Mr. Teef. They jacked the price up to almost $200 a week. So I had to say goodbye. As much as I loved it, I was not comfortable paying $200 a week. That's $800 a month just for food. That's insane, dude. That's insane. For that price, you might as well be going out to eat every single night. So now I meal prep. Once a week, I just meal prep. I find my own meals online and I make like 5 or 6 meals. I get a bunch of, you know, I get some eggs and some bagels and some bread and some you know, some smoked ham or something like that. Have a couple sandwiches, grab a frozen pizza or whatever, frozen flatbread. Yeah. You mean you tell me you're not in the captain shirt 24/7? Correct. No meal plans now, Mav. I'm just meal prepping, man. I'm making my own food. I spend one of my days, usually Tuesdays or Thursdays, and I meal prep for about 5 or 6 days. I usually do 5 days because I'm out at the farm at least 2 to 3 days a week, and then I'm making something different out there. So YouTube recipes, there's some great ones, dude. Like this last week, I made some protein meatballs, they're called, with some veggies and some potatoes. They're solid, man. Solid. I think you and I need to sit down so we can come up with a stoner gimmick so we can make tons of money. Hey, man, that's what the expo's about, AJ. Cap has eyes, just glasses. I do indeed have eyes. Yeah. Idea I had last summer, weed-infused beef sticks. Sold at your local 7-Eleven. You know what we missed? We missed the boat, AJ. With all that THCA flower that you can just buy online now. All the weed YouTubers starting their own THCA flower companies. We missed the boat on that one. That could have been the big ticket, sir. THCA, you can ship it anywhere. It's categorized as hemp. Recently went back to Factor after a few years hiatus. I feel like the food is much better and more variety, but I would for sure cancel if they jacked the price up to $200. Yeah. Yeah, it was, I was paying $140 a month. Or sorry, $140 a week, Mr. Teef, which was still crazy expensive. It was about $140 a week after tax, and the price went up to $189.99 a week. And I was like, nah, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. I can literally meal prep for like $30, $40, $50 a week. Why am I paying triple, double that? You know what I mean? Just because, what, I'm too lazy to make my own meals? How many meals? That was 10 meals. 5 lunches, 5 dinners a week. 10 meals. Yeah, absolutely, Steven. It became too expensive, man. Like I said, it's great for people if you got the money and you just don't have the time to cook every week for yourself and you want a different variety of meals. I still think it's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not displeased. But it's too much, man. It's too much. That's not a whole week. No, well, like I was saying, Fred, I'm usually out at the farm 2 to 3 days a week. So that's why I didn't do 7, 7 lunches, 7 dinners, because they would just go to waste. $190 a week. Does that come with a naked cook? It does not. Does not, sir. I'm back from my adventure. Good afternoon, all. Good to see you, Mr. P. Thibs. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back, good sir. I don't mind cooking, I hate the dishes. So I have a strict rule, Jaden, because I'm right with you, man. In the condo that I'm at right now, there is no dishwasher, so everything has to be hand washed. The way that I do it is as soon as I'm done cooking with something, before I literally move whatever I just cooked over and I wash immediately. I don't let it sit there for a day or two because then I just procrastinate it even longer. I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking, I'm gonna clean as soon as I'm done. So like when I'm cutting up veggies or something, as soon as I'm done cutting the veggies, I'm cleaning the cutting board, I'm cleaning the knife. If I cook something in a pan, I take it from the pan, I put it on a plate or in a Tupperware, well, hello, and I immediately wash the pan.
At Samuel Mercer 1,529
Samuel
donated £5.
Thank
Just
you,
to
man.
offend those busy been all woke and pathetic, with their tinfoil hats on, probably spent the day guiding their granddad into the family dog.
This guy, dude. Samuel, thank you for the support, my man. Appreciate you. It makes me happy to know that at least a majority of us that hang out here every day are logical thinkers. It makes me happy knowing that we've gathered the same people, the sane people are here watching the stream and hanging out. Brings me joy. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. Appreciate you, my man. I'd be eating off paper plates if I had no dishwasher. Well, another thing too, I live like I feel like I live a very minimalistic life. I have 4 plates, 4 sets of cutleries, 4 cups. You know what I mean? Like the max that I can do is 4 days, 3 days. You know what I mean? As far as not doing dishes and that type of stuff. That's kind of how I help as well. That helps. Like, I got no more dishes means I got to do dishes. But I'm usually really good at like I said, I use something and then I wash it immediately so I don't have to worry about it. I'm already in the kitchen. I already have the plate in my hand. Don't just put it in the sink. Just wash it. Warm up some water. Get the soap on the sponge. Give it a little wash. Good to go. I have a dishwasher, still paper plates if I have any. Nice. I have like 5 plastic plates from Walmart, like 50 cents each. There you go. Cat bought the starter pack for adulting. I can't talk. I can't talk. I have the same. Brother, absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing? I had a nice chat with Henry this morning, and I told him, Henry, on days that I stream, you have to go do your poop in the morning so that you don't get all excited and poop frenzy in the afternoon while I'm streaming. And he listened. This morning, he went and he did his poop. Didn't you? Did you tell chat how you did your poop? Can you speak? Speak. That's right. And you told them that you did your poop, right? You did your poop? That's right, good boy. That's the nicest boy you are, Henry. Russ Vij, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. I use paper plates, keep them from exploding shit all over the inside of the microwave. Yeah, it's true too. You said you just needed to communicate more. Exactly. Exactly. Sweet doggo. Henry barked and my dogs looked up at the computer like, what the fuck? Please don't talk about poop, eating chocolate here. Ooh. Well, hello, some chocolate. AJ with the 3 bones says, you ask Henry his feelings on the Spirit shutdown? No. No, Henry might be a little bit too of a realist for us. He may offend many people in chat with his thoughts. We don't want to offend. Thank you, AJ. Appreciate you, brother. Where are you on the map currently? We just passed St. Louis. We're here in Missouri. I don't know what the big city is. What's this? Springfield. Springfield, Missouri. Return leg. No return leg. Just the one leg this afternoon, my friend. Short and sweet little Sunday stream. Had a very busy Friday and Saturday. Increased speed. There's a bunch of us flying along. I'm doing Mach 0.78. I was towards the back of the Congo line. I think I was the last one to depart. Top of descent chat is just under 40 minutes. Owl's doing a Spirit for Well flight 2. Cancel him. Yep. Cancel everybody. I bet he's only doing it for the monetary value, AJ. That's what I think. Only doing it. Hey, Cap, but you know why I have the worst performance with Sim Update 5? It's mainly when I change camera views. What are your settings in the sim, Jackson? Sounds like to me, maybe your terrain level of detail or your object level of detail is set too high. Could also be your off-screen pre-cache causing some issues. It's hard to say without looking at your settings and seeing what they are. We're doing an entire Spirit for All event Fort Lauderdale today. 4 to 7 Eastern. We're cooked and washed up. You're only doing it for the money, Davis. Davis, how are you going to do that, though? The game starts at 6 p.m. We are not doing the return. No. One leg. One flight. Did you just ask me that? Still have PTSD from this morning. The poop talk did not help. Nice, Mr. P. Thims. I know, but I said we because I wanted to be included. Oh, I thought you were controlling. This guy, man. He goes, are you going to the game tonight, Davis? Or just watching from the condo? Just watch from the condo. Yeah, I didn't sign up because I wanted to be able to focus. Yeah, it's a big game, man. Big game. It's actually starting to feel like spring outside. It's kind of cold here in Canada. It's been, like, we've been getting to like +1, +2 at night. It's only, like, I have the patio door open right now and I can feel the breeze. It's 11 degrees right now here with a high of 13 today. Now, tomorrow's supposed to be nice. 19 degrees tomorrow. 19 and rain on Tuesday, and then back down to 11 degrees, 12 degrees, 12 degrees. We're well below average right now. Well below average. Historical average right now is between 16 and 18 degrees. And we're at 13 today is the high. Plus 18 here in the UK. Ah, that's beautiful. That's like 18, 19 degrees, man. Need someone to keep you warm? I kind of do, actually, Davis. I'm a little bit chilly right now. Like I said, I got the patio door wide open and I can feel the breeze. Oh. Oof. That hurt. 17 here, C here in the Okanagan. Going up to 25 today, 31 by Tuesday. Jeez. That's like mid-July weather, Rob. Holy. My ideal temp is like 28 to 31. It might be British, but I'm half Greek, so I like the heat. See, that's a little bit too much. For me, ideal 25C with sunshine. That's like the ideal. Basically, Southern California weather. 20 to 25C sunny. Perfect. Have you been to all the Canadian provinces and territories? If not, which one would you like to visit? So, I've been to Nova Scotia. I've been to Newfoundland. I don't remember going to Newfoundland because I was young, but I've been to Newfoundland. Obviously been to Quebec. Obviously been to Ontario. I don't believe, other than a layover, I've never been to Manitoba. I've only ever flown in and then out of Winnipeg. So I've never been off an airplane or out of an airport. I have family in Saskatchewan, been to Saskatchewan a ton. I have family in Alberta, been to Alberta a bunch. And I've been to BC a bunch. Never been to Iqaluit, never been to the Yukon, never been to the Northwest Territories. I think it would be cool to like go visit the Northwest Territories at some point. Hell, even Iqaluit would be cool to go see, man. Your air conditioner's running most of the day? Damn, Rob. Yeah, I haven't even had to think about getting my AC out yet. San Diego weather is probably my favorite, Huskers. As somebody that's been to San Diego 3 times now over the last 5 or 6 years, yeah, 100%. Nunavut, yeah, Nunavut would be cool. Yeah. Been to Prince Edward Island? Yep. I love Prince Edward Island, Thomas. One of my, probably one of my favorite places in all of Canada. I love Vancouver for like the views and the people and the atmosphere and the options, the food. I love Vancouver, but I think Prince Edward Island, the Maritimes in general, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Halifax, and Nova Scotia, probably my favorite places in Canada. Probably my favorite places. Yeah. Hey, Cap, look in the locker. There's some Spirit trading cards. There is. Yeah, there's some cool stuff. Silky smooth. Dude, the lobster dinners, Rob. Sheesh. Want to go stay at a cottage sometime? We should do that, Dan. Seriously. We should really do that, man. We should think about doing that in the next couple of years. You go, what I like to do, Dan, what Allie and I do is we usually go first week of September first or second week of September, the prices are usually way down because you're off peak season now. All the kids are back in school. Everybody's back at work doing all that stuff. My favorite time to go to the Maritimes, first week of September. It's still warm. You're not maybe a little bit cooler nights, but it's still warm. It's still t-shirt, shorts and t-shirt weather. One of my favorite places, man, and times to go. Engineer on board, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. As much as I enjoy traveling, I've yet to visit Canada. Think I'm missing out. Ah, Mr. Huskers, you gotta come up here, man. You have a passport, right, Mr. Huskers? I mean, Huskers, the other beauty is your American dollar. When you come to Canada, your American dollar has so much more value. You'll laugh at the prices. A solid hotel will probably cost you 80 USD or something like that. You know what I mean? 80, 90 USD for a solid 4 or 5 star hotel. Meals would cost you next to nothing. When am I going to start descending? Our top of descent's in 180 miles. Hey, there's Mr. Mofo. I was asking about you earlier, brother. You excited for the game tonight? Canada is not cheap if you're using Canadian dollars. Canada is cheap if you're using Euro, Pound, or USD. Yes. Yes. Dan says, I'd rather do PEI in September than FS Expo in June. You better duck. You better hide, Mr. Barry, with comments like that. I just want to visit Yellowknife and visit Buffalo Airways. That would be cool, for sure. Yeah. They could do that as well, Fred. Yeah. What's the tipping culture like up there? Out of control. Out of control. There is a tip prompt on everything. The other day, a couple weeks ago, I went to a grocery store that I've never been to. You guys sitting down, get this one. There was a tip option in the self-checkout. I got prompted to leave a tip at the self-checkout of a grocery store. That pretty much sums up the tipping culture. I couldn't think of a better way. I could not think of another way to describe it. Tip to yourself. They should be fucking tipping me for shopping at their establishment and spending insane amount of money on overpriced food. Do I get the tip? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude, Jaden, I will, yes, when we went to the Netherlands, Jaden, every single time I offered a tip to one of our servers, they were like, oh no, like, you don't have to do that here. Like, no, please don't leave a tip. And it's like, no, you did an incredible job. Like, you were extremely helpful. Like, especially when we went to that one restaurant, the all-you-can-eat restaurant where they, like, bring you multiple food. Like, the people are working non-stop, man. They're constantly bringing people food and plates and drinks. And Dan and I's bill came to, like, 75 euro. And I gave her 90 euro. I gave her 15 euro tip. And she was like flabbergasted. She was like, no, please, like, I have to give you your change back. And I'm like, no, like, what? I was like, you did an incredible job. You served us for like 2.5 hours while my fat ass was eating the entire time. Like, no, you deserve some tip. You were running around like crazy. Yes, on passport, been all over. Sounds like a great hotel price because Europe is very expensive. Yeah, that's because the euro or the pound is very similar to the USD, right, Huskers? Yeah, you come up to Canada, man. I mean, stay away from Vancouver. Vancouver is probably, it's an incredible place to go, Huskers, but Vancouver is very expensive. If you want proper Canadian hospitality, you go from New Brunswick east. You go New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland, and it's a beautiful part of the country. That's where you want to go. Sounds like the Publix prices down here. I worked at Publix for about 5 years. When we moved out to Florida, we were not allowed to take tips. There was a big no-no. Yeah, it's crazy, man. He's got a tip for them. I'm sure Davis does. Seeing more and more U.S. establishments like that, I'm like, what did you do? Your job? Well, that's the problem, right? Is because these companies pay these workers minimum wage, which is fuck all. You can't survive off minimum wage. I'm sorry. You can't afford rent, internet, car, insurance, everything that comes with that off of minimum wage. Let alone a mortgage. A mortgage isn't even an option. So that's what they do. They make you feel bad. They make you feel like you're tipping. And that's what one of the waitresses, I think it was actually a waiter, was telling me when I was in the Netherlands, is he was like, our minimum wage, we actually can live off of our minimum wage. It's not like in other places. Like the guy was like, physically, we can live off of like what they pay us. So we don't need a tip. We don't require a tip. Where like I was telling him here in Canada and in the US, they usually pay their servers below minimum wage or minimum wage, and they need tips to survive, right? Like, it's not worth it for them to do the job at what the company's paying them. It's only worth it because tips, essentially, right? Yeah, it's crazy, Rickard. It was very different. It was very different. Danbury, did you ask Captain for a tip when he built the PC? Actually, I took Mr. Barry out for a very nice... Where did we go, Dan? We went to Baton Rouge. I took Dan to Baton Rouge, and we had ribs and Caesar salad, and... delicious. Desk tips, we're working at an old-fashioned full-service gas station, especially in the winter in Minnesota when working at a golf course in PA. Nice. That'd be nice. Top descent in 20 minutes, friends. 20 minutes. Yes, I was taken for dinner. That's true. I can't complain. I used to take tips when I worked at a grocery store, but damn store policy had to do whatever I had to do. It's right, man. Hamid, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're well. Flight's going by pretty quick. It's not bad. I think we're scheduled at 2 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes is the scheduled time. 2 hours, 20 minutes block, gate to gate, 2 hours and 50. Perfect little Sunday stream, Mr. Eden. Minus the Karens. These big chains expect you to make their employees' salaries rather than paying them. Correct. And that's where it's completely different in Europe, Thomas. It's not like that. In Europe, the price of like the tip and everything is usually included into your meal, whatever you get. And it's not like the prices were crazy out of control. Some of the things were very expensive in Europe, but a lot of them were quite manageable. Karens and Timmy's, brother. Wild, man. Yeah, Mr. Teef, we are 100%, brother. 100%. I'll just give you an example, Mr. Teef. The condo that I'm renting right now, I've been in this condo for 8 years, okay? Every single year, they have increased the rent between $50 and $100. Every single year. They have done absolutely nothing. Nothing has been done to my condo, no renovations, nothing. Nothing. Our garbage pickup is an absolute joke. Everybody else around us has garbage pickup once a week. Ours, at my condo building, is once every 2 weeks. Ask me what the garbage disposal, the garbage unit outside the condos looks like after 5 days. Every single week, there is garbage, there's animals just littered throughout our parking lot because they refuse to change it to a weekly service to, instead of keeping the bi-weekly, 2 weeks. The snow removal, literally non-existent. If we get a severe snowstorm, I'm basically stuck in my condo building, can't really drive my car because the snow service, you'll have the main plow come by on the road and put a 4-foot tall snowbank so nobody can get out of the parking lot. It's ridiculous, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous. They jacked my rent. I just went through a December 1st. I signed another 1-year lease in my condo. The price went up $100 a month, $1,200 a year. And I flat out asked them, where is this extra money going? Where? And they didn't really have an answer for me. They said, oh, well, you know, insurance costs are up and gas prices are up, so the lawn maintenance and the snow maintenance. And I'm like, it's non-existent. How can you tell me? If you guys actually like were doing this like once a week or every couple days, I could understand. But I was like, it makes no sense to me when all of these things have been getting worse and worse and worse. You know what I mean? It's wild to think there are 2-bedroom apartments smaller than my home, twice as much as my mortgage. Yep. Yes, sir. What do I pay a month? Right now, at my condo? It's a solid question, man. Let me check, actually. I just had to pay on the 1st of the month. Let's see. I think it's at 12 something. Right now, my current rent is sitting at $12.49. When I moved here 8 years ago, and the reason why I moved here, my rent was $700 a month, and I was splitting it with a buddy. We were paying $350 each a month, and we couldn't believe what a great deal we had. Now, $17.49. So it went from $700 to $12.49 in 8 years. They own the building. It's not like their mortgage goes up, right? Like, they probably have a 20 or 30-year mortgage. It's all, yeah. That's $100 more than my mortgage. My mortgage at the farm, Andy, is $2,100 a month. That's the mortgage for the farm. $2,100 a month. And we're paying more on the mortgage than what is. We're trying to pay off the mortgage quicker. So we're paying more every month into the mortgage. So between my condo and mortgage, I'm at $3,300 a month. Now, I'm not paying all of that. My fiance covers a good portion of the mortgage out at the farm. I help. Obviously, as I own the farm with her, I'm gaining equity. So I help with payments at the farm. But yeah, it's insane, dude. It's absolutely insane. Is that what it is, mofo? Every 5 years? Okay. Yeah, well, it's the problem, Andy. There's nowhere, Andy. That's the problem, man. That's why I've been doing my best, Andy. I've been trying to put some money away. I got to get some type of either like mobile home or tiny home or something. I need to get something out onto the property to at least get me out there, because yes, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely absurd. I'm paying $14.50 a month for mortgage, but I'll have it paid off in about 3 years remaining. Looking forward to the day I can actually put the money into repairs and improvements. Yeah, that's crazy, Dan. You only have 3 years left. That's wild. Shipping container home, something, man. Yeah. $1,249. You're paying $2,400 for a 1-bedroom. Wow. Yeah, I will say that, Joe Burr. The condo that I have is a, it's classified as a double master condo. So each bedroom has, the bedrooms are quite big. You can ask Dan. Dan's been here. The bedrooms are quite big. Like it's a big bedroom, and they both have walk-in closets, full walk-in closets. So it's called a master. I don't know why, but I'm glad my modest 2/3 of the house is paid off. Of course, I'm older than most of you. Yeah. Well, like I said, the mortgage out at the farm, we're paying more. I think we're paying $300 or $400 a month more off the mortgage. I think the real mortgage at the farm is about $1,800, just shy of $1,800, $1,749 or something like that, $1,750. And that obviously includes insurance, mortgage, and then interest payments and shit all wrapped into that. I have a question about your lease. Is something your landlord is doing? Feel free to touch base with me. I can look over it. I've been in the business for over 20 years. Sounds good, mofo. Appreciate you, man. Well, like I said, mofo, this is hopefully my last year, man. I signed on December 1st. This is hopefully my last lease with this company. My goal is by the end of this year to buy something or get something made. Some type of tiny home, something. I've explained it as best as I can. Right now at the farm, the way that we brought the property, there was... Originally, when we bought the property, there was a house on the property. It was a 2-bedroom, a pretty decent-sized house. It was supposed to be included in with the property. When we finalized everything at the bank between what the seller wanted us to pay for the property, when we were finalizing everything, he decided, I want another $50,000 for the house that's on the property. He couldn't just sell it all in one. He just decided, I don't know if, my guess is what happened, one of his sons really wanted the house. He had mentioned that at the very beginning when we started talking about selling the property. And we told him, like, you know, this entire sale is based off the house because we need the house. There's not enough room in the way that it's set up currently. So the way that it's set up currently is there's a modern style barn, and the barn has a apartment built into it. The apartment is tiny. It's basically a 1-bedroom plus an office. There is no room. There's no room for 2 dogs, 2 people, 2 self-employed people. There's just no room. There's zero room for us to live together and be comfortable. So anyways, we obviously didn't want to remortgage and go through all the shit that we went through. So he ended up getting the house moved off the property before we took over. So he actually had a company come in, lift the house off the foundation, and move the property. And of course, where did he move it to? He moved it to his son's property just down the road. So it was just a whole big fucking kerfluffle, man. It was so dumb. So I should be on the farm now. It shouldn't be an issue. But because of all of that, I am still not on the property. I'm still renting a condo. So the plan is, hopefully by the end of this year. Fingers crossed. Cap, do you mind pulling up your Real Cat Turb settings for me? I updated it and erased all my settings. Yes. I do not use Rex Atmos, no. I do not. There is the settings for Real Cat Turb. No, I'm not doing van life, brother. I need at least like a, you know, I need at least something. I got a couple things in mind. There's a couple things that I've been looking at, so It's just how much money I'm, you know. Are all the settings for aircraft? Most of them, you may have to make certain adjustments into the winds. If you notice that something isn't behaving properly, you can always make adjustments. I flew on Say Intentions and your voice is no longer an option on the latest update. That doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you, man. I don't know, dude. I was pretty adamant when when Say Intentions reached out to me, I originally declined it for quite a while. And then finally, after them reaching out again and again and again and again, I decided to give it a try. You guys remember? It was, I don't know, maybe a year ago or something like that. It's just not for me, man. And again, I don't have anything against it, but I totally understand from their perspective. I don't even use the product, so why would they endorse me as a pilot's voice? Do you know what I mean? I don't even use it, so I can understand from their perspective, man. It doesn't make sense to have it in there if I'm not using it and actively promoting their product. Might as well get somebody in there that actually will use the product, right? Use their voice. So that's I'm okay with that. Now it sucks for you guys if you wanted to use me as a voice in it, for sure, no bueno. But yeah, it is what it is, my friend. 762 on the Barrow Mins. 762 Barrow Mins. Good. All of that is in there. Top of descent is in 29 miles, friends. 29 miles. Everybody eat up your steaks quickly. Eat your steaks quickly because the tray table is going away soon. Eat your steak now. Been somewhat disappointing with it recently. It gets quite frustrating sometimes. Yeah, I could just, as an avid VATSIM and Pilot Edge guy, I was having, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just easier for me to just fly off, you know what I mean, on VATSIM with radio calls and stuff like that. I don't know. Like I said, for me, I feel like it's great prep. I think it's a great product for people that are a little bit nervous flying on VATSIM. They kind of want to get comfortable with some of the phraseology and stuff like that. I think it's a great tool for that. I just don't see it being a a long time thing. Now, maybe it is. Maybe some people are they completely want to avoid VATSIM. I can't speak for everybody, right? I'm just giving you my opinion on the matter. But yeah. Been quiet on VATSIM. Would have thought ATC would have come on by now along the way. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised there's nobody online. There is nobody. Obviously, there's the event going on in Florida this evening, but there is literally nobody online. Active ATC. Nothing. There's literally nobody online in the US right now. Got a couple tower frequencies, but ground tower. Who's this? They got approach and ground online over there. Literally nobody. Kind of rare that you see it on a Sunday afternoon. Tom, I'd like to be on VATSIM. Banished you are, Tom. Banished. All right. The Seaver 4 takes us down to 6,000 feet at Yabbit. So we're going 6,000 feet, friends. Tom. So good, dude. So good. I sent you an idea if you have some space out at the farm. Hell yeah, brother. Dude, that would be incredible. All right, 3 miles, friends. We said 6,000 feet. I'm going to bug that up. I'm going to go take a quick little bathroom break. I drank so much water yesterday. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. All right, got more water. And we need to put our food away, please. Because we are now on descent. Time to work. We have to have the nicest landing today, chat. We're running on time. Don't need to worry about any of that. Good. Surprisingly, used 7.3 cockpits are affordable. Better than most used car prices. Hey, Gab, wish me luck. Said my glider pilot's license exam on Tuesday and Wednesday in civil aviation office. Very cool, Ziba. Congrats, man. Steak has to be cold by now? No. We got those heated plates. Looking good. All right, what's the weather saying? We got 220, 15, gusting 19, so that'll be fun. A little bit of a quartering crosswind. 3012 on the altimeter, showing 26 degrees. That feels a little bit more Dallas. That feels a little bit more like Dallas. Found one in the UK for under 10k pounds. Not bad. Bad. Mr. P-Thibs. Too bad. How the hell did I catch up to the airplane? What is this? Who is this? Why are you going so slow? Danny, why? Why? I'm going past you. I don't care. I'm going past you. Goodbye. So long, my friend. We got to do better, chat. If we're flying on VATSIM, you can't be doing 250 knots at 22,000 feet. There's a 290 knot speed restriction. You should be at least doing 290. That's exactly what I'm doing. 290. We can't be doing this, Mr. Danny. You're gonna get in trouble flying on. You're gonna get in trouble flying like that. And I know what it is because I change it every single time. When you're flying the PMDG, it gives you your descent speed. Like on your descent, it gives you like, I guarantee you, Danny, if you look down right now, if you go to your, I forget which one it is, but if you go to your descent page on the Boeing, I guarantee you it says like 238 knots or something stupid like that. You have to keep your eye on that. You have to change that in the PMDG. It always gives you a ridiculously slow descent, like 258 knots or something like that. Tucker Nuts, take care, man. Have a good day, brother. Yeah, we can't be doing 250 knots at 22,000 feet, my man. Gotta have your charts. And if you don't have charts, just ask us. Just ask if you're flying along. I will gladly open up my chart and share it with you so that you can take a screenshot. You know what I mean? I'll gladly keep this open. If you don't have charts, just mention it in chat. Hey, Cap, flying along, don't have charts right now. Do you mind showing me the arrival? I have no problem leaving this up. You can take a quick screenshot. Boom, there you go. You got the whole chart coming in. I don't mind doing something like that. But like, you know. Can't be doing this. Altimeter was 3012. Thank God there's no ATC online. He probably would have had an aneurysm. 3012. But no, Danny, I know for sure that's what it was. I know for sure because the descent profile on the Boeing, when you go into the perf page and then you go to your descent, wherever it is here, I know that it's going to be something ridiculously slow. Like right here. See how I'm Mach 78 and or 290 knots? Yes. Alright, now we have a speed restriction coming up. So we have 270 knots at Seaver, which we're just hitting now. So I'm going to get a little bit of speed breakout. I'm going to maintain that. You have Navigraph? Perfect. It's a sightseeing tour. Alright, we're still slightly high on the profile. Get another notch of speed breakout. We can descend in. We're going to go auto brake low. Wait, this actually has numbers on it? This is Microsoft 2024, yes. Heating up some za. Nice. What's the best chart app besides Navigraph? If you want free charts, ChartFox is a good option. I don't know if there's any other paid other than like, what's that paid one, chat? What's the really expensive one that the real pilots use? Which some people use in flight sim because they also use it in real world. I forget what it's called. Yeah, Huskers, the first thing that I do when I get to cruise altitude, I go and look at my descent profile and I look and see what speeds, and I usually choose 290 knots on the descent. Pretty common. No, not Jeppesen, not FD Pro. There's the real world one. I forget what it's called. Everybody uses it. 4Flight, that's the one. Thank you. 4Flight. My FMC descent was saying on 24,250 knots. Yeah, correct, Danny. Yeah. And honestly, Danny, it's usually only the PMDG 7.3 that does that type of silly stuff. All the other airplanes seem to be perfectly fine with it. FD Pro is real world charts. Every airline in the US uses it. Oh, well, there you go, Turk. Okay, cool. I didn't know that was the... I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't talking about, like, commercial operations. Can you... Turk, can you even... As, like, a non-pilot, can you even get access to FD Pro? I can't remember. I remember having a conversation with one of my pilot buddies, and I believe he was saying, like, the charts that he has, like, you can't... Maybe I misunderstood him. But I thought FD Pro was like through the airline and not like a personal subscription type deal. 10,000 feet, landing lights are on. We'll get the wing lights on as well. We'll pause the music after this song, chat. We'll get invested in our approach. This song is done in 20 seconds. Subcap, Microsoft 24, have you noticed the cities and buildings melting? If yes, what did you do to solve it? That sounds like terrain level of detail. I have a pretty high terrain level of detail set. I use auto FPS. So right now we're at 9,000 feet and my terrain level of detail is set to 200. As we start getting lower, you'll see the object level of detail go up and the terrain level of detail go down. Because at lower altitudes, you don't need to see it far off into the distance, right? You just want it to be a little bit closer. I suggest using auto FPS if you're having weird melty buildings, but it could also be a lot of things. It could be your internet connection to the Microsoft servers. It could be the time that you're flying. If there's a lot of people on the network, it can tend to get a little bit busy. An unexpected error occurred. In-op. Reload. Did they ban my Navigraph account for showing you guys? I don't know why it's making me sign in again. It's making me link my Navigraph account again. That's a new one. What the fuck? Everything just like reset itself. Why am I on... What the fuck? What did I even have it set to? World map? Sure. Literally just deleted everything. That's a weird one. I haven't had that happen before. That's odd. Did anybody else just get that? I wonder if the servers just pooped. You can in theory, but FD Pro is really made for large operations, specific companies, charts, and procedures. You contact a sales rep to buy it, so in theory, yes, but crazy money. Yeah, okay. However, Navigraph charts are the same charts you will find in FD Pro, just doesn't have things like moving airport maps and stuff in the app. Got you. Okay. That makes sense. So you got a factory reset. That's what I'm saying. It literally just deleted everything. Okay, we're open descent to 6,000. I believe we need to be at our final waypoint Bossy at 6,000. I do see an aircraft in front of me. He's about 7 miles off our nose, so I will slow us down to 220 knots now. I'm just going to go to open descent mode. Oops. Hi, Henry. We'll go open descent mode to 6,000, which we're almost there anyways. And I'm going to remain this heading right now. I'll go 260 on the heading, slight left. And then I'll keep an eye on this guy out here. About 5 miles off our nose. Looks like he's going direct to Bossy right now. So I'm going to hold off a little bit, and then we'll slot ourselves in behind him. Tech, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. From Bern, Switzerland. Boom, boom. Good to see you. Welcome back. Where's the plane in front? He's over there somewhere. I don't know. I don't even know if we'll pick him up. He's over yonder somewhere. I see the airport over there. You're going direct Bossy? But you're behind me, right? Just the one flight today? Yes, sir. Just the one flight today. Will not be flying later, no. Mr. Banderi. Coming in with 5 gifted members. Thank you very much, Mr. Barry. Appreciate you as always, sir. Huge no floaties. Guys, get some love and chat for Mr. Barry. 5 gifted members. If you're lucky enough to get a membership, please get a big thank you in chat for Mr. Barry. Right, I will now send us direct to Bossy. We'll insert that. We will proceed direct to Bossy. Bossy for 6,000. He knows, Huskers. Yep. He's too smart, man. He is way too smart. Just had a Spirit pilot as a passenger to take him home. Damn. I was flying the Indy 340. After 5 hours of flying, the plane starts to pause, and I get red flickering messages. That is a Wasm crash, Tech. There is no coming back from that, unfortunately. I'm going to arm approach here, chat. I'm going to roll our speed back to 210 and get flaps 1 out, just so we can intercept and not have to worry about our speed. Mr. Danny, we're definitely going to have a problem here, sir. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to log out of VATSIM, because it doesn't seem to be going well today. A Wasm crash. It's when all your displays go red and your sim pauses and freezes. Alright, I got 190 on the speed. We have just intercepted glide slope. We are 19 miles out, so we don't need to slow down that much. There is nothing that you can do about it except restart your flight, man. Does the Indy 340 come with an autosave feature? I can't remember. I know the Indy Builds 350 has the autosave feature. I'm not quite sure about the 340. I don't know if that also has it. Okay, so there is an autosave feature. So what I would do is I would just load up from the last autosave point. If you do get a Wasm crash, you just have to quit your sim, relaunch the sim, and then load into an airport, get the aircraft powered up, and then you can go from there. Would you fly the 340? I have flown the 340. I don't have any plans to fly it anytime soon, but... They did, Paul. Yeah. They did. I heard about that as well. Unless you get those red screens on final approach after 3 hours flight, then you may have to go for a quick walk. That wouldn't be very good, would it? It would not be very good. All right, Dallas-Fort Worth is out there. We've got 17 Center plugged in. Hi, Henry. Ready for the Phoenix VNAV updates? Yes. I'm ready for... Yes. Even the Neos at this point, man. Give me the 321 Neo that isn't FS Labs and flies like a plastic toy. All right, 12 miles out. Speed's looking good. I've got 180 bugged in. Approach mode is activated, so we're just going to wait for our 2,500 foot call up. We'll drop the gear and get it ready to go. Ready for the A320? Yes, so am I. So am I, good sir. So am I. All right, auto brakes on. Ground spoilers are armed. Speed is perfect. There's 2,500. Let's drop the gear and go speed check flaps 2. Beautiful. We'll dial the speed back to 170. And we'll go and get our runway turnoffs and nose lights on. Good. Alrighty, 2,000 feet. We'll bug up our final approach speed. We will go speed check flaps 3. Very good. Love the wing rumble and rattle. Looks so good, man. And there's 160 knots. We'll go speed check flaps full. We'll get our recording up so we don't miss that. Alright, flaps are good, everything's configured. We'll hit the record button. I will take control of the airplane, throw our control cam on. Beautiful. And I'll crank up the sounds here for the arrival friends. Enjoy, guys. The final Spirit flight into Dallas-Fort Worth. From Detroit, 2 hours and 18 minutes so far. Landing checklist, gear down 3 green, flaps are full, ground spoilers are armed, auto brake is set. ECAM memo is no blue. We are good. My auto FPS automatically sets my TLOD to 50. Why is that? I'm not sure. You can adjust that and make changes. I'm not sure why I would throw in 50. Unless that's what you have in your Microsoft settings. Alright, chat, let's finish off the week here strong in the 320. Had some poopy landings earlier this week. Redeemed ourselves yesterday with some great landings in the 321. Slightly high. Here we go, back on track. That wind is literally all over the place.
Hundred above. 200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
Nose down gently. Reversers are out. Decelerating. Reversers idle and stowed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dallas-Fort Worth. Could not have been a better landing for the last one, chat. Could not have been a better landing. Solid. Solid, solid. Let's vacate here to the right. Welcome down to Dallas, Fort Worth, friends. Stop our chrono here, crossing the hold short bars. Looking at 2 hours and 21 minutes on the flight time. Very good. I think we're going to keep it rolling here, and we're looking to park. We said Echo, where was it? Echo something. We'll cross here at Echo Lima. Actually, we could probably go down a little bit. Actually, let's go down Mike, and then we'll cross at Bravo. Probably what they would have us do in real life anyways. All right, let's go ahead, and landing lights can come off, runway turnoffs can go off, nose light to taxi, strobe lights off, wing lights off, EPU master start switch is on. Let's go ahead and clean up the ground spoilers. We'll clean up the flaps as well. Very good, friends. Very, very good. And wait, they went Echo Lima? Oh, well, there you go. We're going to go Bravo, and then we're going to go up to the ramp, and then we're going to Echo 32, which is where the real aircraft went. We'll GSX. We'll select from map. We want Echo 32. There it is there. Select. No. And we're good. Cool. Next right onto Bravo is where we're going, friends. And we can stop our recording. We do have a replay of that, so we'll watch that here in a minute. Confirm the solid landing. Alright, this is going to be Bravo. Under the brakes, please. Thank you. Nice smooth taxi for the passengers. I had to log off, Frank. It became an absolute clusterfuck on arrival. I don't know how. I don't. The star seems pretty straightforward, but we somehow just became a clusterfuck. So I logged off of Faten. There was no ATC online anyways, so it really doesn't matter. Cross the runway, good pilots. We'll get our strobe lights on. We'll also spool up the EPU. And fully crossed the runway. Strobe lights back off. And then up into the ramp we want, what did we say? We want whatever this thing is here. I don't even know where that is, but we want to go up there. And then in. I think it's right here before the bridge. Yeah, it's going to be one of these. Probably the last one over here. I see our gate. It's over there. Alright, we go in this way. Good job finishing off the week strong, though, chat. Like I said, Wednesdays and Fridays landings were not the best, but I feel like yesterday's landings and today's landings were much more on par with what we're used to. Minimal float, good foot per minute. What was the landing rate on that one? I didn't even look. 142 foot per minute, 103 on the G with an 11 knot quartering cross. Not bad. Not too shabby, friends. Nose light can go off. EPU bleed system can go on. There's our stand right here. Echo 32. Turn ourselves in. Ooh, look, the train's up there. Skylink. That's pretty cool. And stop. Good. Park brake goes on. Confirm EPU and EPU generator are online. We can go engine number 1 off, engine number 2 off. There's the bus transfer. Very good. Seatbelt signs can go off. Fuel pumps can go off. Cappy purrs can go off. Crew supply can go off. Beacon light can go off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Dallas Fort Worth, my friends. The final Spirit flight. And we'll go to GSX and we'll request deboarding. There she goes, friends. Hooray! There you go. Get a nice little hooray in. Jet bridge should be connecting. Yep, there we go. Okay. See, I'm not quite sure what it's doing, but there it goes, connecting. Very nice, amigos. Nice little proper send-off, in my opinion. I know there's going to be other people that don't agree with that, but a nice little send-off, in my opinion. I think today went pretty well, my friends. Pretty well. Quite pleased with that flight. Quite pleased with the attitude of most people in chat. It was, I would say it was a good day. I would say it was a good day, my friends. A good day indeed. I mean, under the circumstances, I would say it was a good day, obviously. Under the circumstances. Yes, a beautiful send-off. BTV, 10 months. Appreciate you, man. This is a great stream today, Cap. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you very much for support. Appreciate you, as always. Thank you, my friend. Very kind. Appreciate all you guys coming to hang out today. Everybody that has a level head on them. Appreciate you guys being here and confirming for me that I'm not going crazy and thinking that people are upset that I did this flight somehow. But hey,
At Puller Off Spikes donated
thank you all for being here.
$9.99.
Puller Spikes, my man, dropping the 10 bones. Huge no floaties to you, brother. Thank you very, very much for support, Mr. Puller Spikes. Appreciate you as always, good sir.
Well, hello, buddy.
And also dropping another $10 donation. Back to back, my man. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you as always, Puller Spikes. Huge no floaties, my man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's go ahead and jump inside. We're going to go to GSX. We're going to restart the Kutao script, and then I'm going to close you because I don't want you open anymore. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to get all those closed, and then I'm going to go to panel states. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I want to go to panel states, and then I'm going to select ready. Just wait for the cargo doors to close, and then we will activate this, and we will watch our beautiful replay, friends. They should be closed now. Perfect. We'll activate that. Let me get the flaps out. Let me get all of the lights on that we had for replay. On. Very nice. Very nice. All of that is set. Beautiful. Need to get those guys on. That's going to be good. That's down. That's set. Beautiful. Give it a second here, chat. Wait for those flaps to come out. We'll release the park brake. I'll hold the brakes. And we will hit our replay tab. Beautiful. Here comes the replay. We will pause this. We'll bring this forward. We'll watch it from right about here. Should be good. Resume. Yes. And then let's jump outside. Let's have a great look at this from the external views perspective. And I'll let you guys rate this final landing here with Spirit Airlines in the last flight, Detroit to Dallas. I've got closing time on my head right now. Closing time. One last call for something, and it's something I don't remember the words. That one, right? That's the one. Remember all, VATSIM hosting a Spirit event in an hour. Yes, that's right. If you guys want to fly Spirit and you don't want to be judged like I was for flying Spirit today, Fort Lauderdale is having a event. So everybody go over to Fort Lauderdale if you're looking to fly on a VATSIM event this afternoon. Go do some Fort Lauderdale, show some VATSIM some love, and go fly with a bunch of other spirits out there. There's the 1,000 footers, 1,500s, down and smooth, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, friends. Didn't mean to open that. Meant to close you. A perfect landing, my friends. Nothing wrong with that one. I like the look of it. It looks great to me. I will jump you inside now for some wing views, mods, donators, and sponsors. Thank you all so much for everything that you do for the channel. Without you guys here, this would not be possible. I say it every single stream, but I truly do mean it. You guys are the backbone. You guys are what makes this entire thing go around. So thank you all so much for your continued support. It is very much appreciated. To everybody else that cannot support the streams with a monetary value, but still supports the streams in any way that you can, smashing down the thumbs up button, flying with us on VATSIM, controlling, whatever it may be. I'd like to thank you all so much as well for the continued support. As it stands right now, friends, it looks like we're going to be in the PMDG 737, 700, and 800 next week. That looks like what the votes are going for, so I may have to go pick up that new Burbank scenery. We might have to do some Velo ops into Burbank or something like that. That could be a fun one. So expect the 737, 700, and 800 next week, which means the following week we will be in the E300 MD-11. So we've basically got the next 2 weeks planned as far as airplanes go. Next week, PMDG 73, and then most likely, as I mentioned, the following week in the A300 and the MD-11. And we also will most likely in about 2 weekends from now, so not this weekend coming up, the next weekend, we'll probably do some type of community flying again. So I'll find a nice little area somewhere cool in the world that we can go, has great photogrammetry, and we'll all go meet up on the Microsoft servers and have some fun for a couple hours exploring the world. The crazy world that we live in, friends. Guys, have yourselves a wonderful rest of the weekend. Again, thank you all very much for spending some time with me this weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed the flights. Friday, JetBlue out of Buffalo. Yesterday, we went down to Bermuda and back from Boston. And then today, recreating the final flight from Spirit Airlines, Detroit to Dallas-Fort Worth. Have a wonderful start to the week, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday with what looks to be like in the PMDG 737. Happy landings, my friends. See you!